Hi, I'm Chad with Take One Film and Video here in Nashville, Tennessee, and thanks for joining us back here for another product demo. Well, here we are in our showroom, and I'm excited to have the HPX370. A lot of new technology in this camera, and I'm really excited to tell you about it today, so let's jump right in here. So obviously we have a full-size body camera, so this is really the best of both worlds, because if you're used to shooting with the HDX900 or VariCam, you're obviously going to be very comfortable with the size of the camera because it's the same size. You're going to be used to all the functionality. The buttons are all in the same place as they are in their older brothers, and so you're going to jump right into this and be very comfortable. Now, if you're moving up to this camera from, say, the HPX170 or an HPX200, you're also going to be comfortable with this camera because the menus in the camera are sort of like legacy menus. They're going to be very similar to what you've had with the 170 and the 200. So you're going to be able to hit the menu button, go right into find the functions that you're looking for and what you're used to. So like I said, the best of both worlds. It's a great camera to step up to, or it's a great camera if you want to get something a little with the latest, greatest technology and you're coming from like an older VariCam or an HDX900 and you're wanting to go P2, but not go with the smaller cameras. This is the camera for you too. So let's talk about some of the features of the camera. Starting here at the front, the camera comes with a 17 by Fujinon lens. It couples to a 1/3 inch lens mount, and so when you hear 1/3 inch, hopefully that doesn't discourage you, because what really helps this camera is the brand new imaging technology that Panasonic has incorporated. It's called U.L.T. It stands for Ultra Luminance Technology. Now it's a CMOS style chip. But what's really great about this is it's very sensitive to light. At 1080, you get an f10 sensitivity. So when you're shooting in low light situations, you're going to be covered. It's going to be great, especially if you're moving up from an HPX 200 or something like that. You're going to see the difference that this camera makes. You won't even know that it's a 1/3 inch chip. Now, there's a lot of other compensation technologies that's involved with this chip as well, as far as chromatic aberration correction. There's also a 20-bit processor, which is really nice if when you're dealing with rendering detail and your gammas. That 20-bit processor is going to help you render a very good, high-quality image. Okay, moving on, if we open up this little hatch here, we've got our P2 slot access on the side of the camera. It's a 2-slot system. They're hot swappable, of course, so you can do a continual recording if you want to do that. Let's talk about formats. It covers all the HD formats that you'd want to shoot. It does 1080, 720. It'll also do the 24p native, the 24p with advanced pull down. And one of my favorites is the over and under cranking. Now, if you're like me and want to shoot creatively, cinematography style, you can shoot with variable frame rates between 15 frames a second, incrementally all the way up to 60 frames a second. Now, another thing that Panasonic has started introducing with these cameras is the AVC-Intra codec. Now, this is going to be great because it's sort of replacing the DVCPRO-HD that we're all used to, whereas DVCPRO-HD gave us 100 megabits a second, but we had to sacrifice a little bit of resolution there to get that. But now with the AVC-Intra 100, you get the same 100 megabits a second, but you get a full raster 1920 by 1080 image. It's a 10-bit image too, so you're going to get a very nice high-quality image. Now, if space is an issue, you can move down to AVC-Intra 50. That's going to give you a comparable picture to DVCPRO-HD, but at 50 megabits a second. Now, if you're going to be shooting this camera with some older cameras, like the HPX170, and you're going to be shooting on DVCPRO-HD, you can still shoot DVCPRO-HD with this camera. So no matter what you're doing, you're going to be covered. Now let's move on here. We'll take a look at our viewfinders. We have our normal eyepiece viewfinder, which is a color viewfinder, by the way. And we also have a 3.2 inch flip out screen here. This is kind of nice. This is great because you can get quick access to all your clips that you've shot. And one thing I like in particular is if you're doing a single E&G News style stand-up interview with this camera, you can fold this screen out, take a look at yourself while you're doing your stand-up and make sure that your framing and everything is okay. Folding back here, we can take a look. If we open this door, we have our normal audio controls that we see on our bigger cameras, but we also have our clip functions right here. Now, on the older cameras, the smaller cameras like the HPX170, to get into the thumbnail menu to take a look at your clips, the camera kind of has to reboot and you got to go into VTR mode. With this camera, you hit thumbnail and instantly we get our clips right there. We can scroll through, hit a button and start reviewing all the clips that we shot. And when we're done, one punch of the thumbnail button and instantly we're back into our camera mode. No camera reboot. We can quickly get back to shooting. You have your shuttle menus up here, fast forward, rewind, stop and play. And then moving on back, we have the battery. It's a standard Anton Bauer gold mount. And one thing I want to mention about this camera is that compared to the HDX 900, this camera uses, it's actually over 50% more efficient than the HDX 900. So you're going to be able to operate longer, and one thing in particular that makes it really nice is you can go with a smaller battery like this Dionic 90. It's very lightweight, and it's going to get over twice the amount of time operating than you would have with the HDX 900. There's also some upgradable things, like you can take this panel off and drop down a wireless receiver for your audio. You have balanced inputs. You have all the features that you would find on the large cameras. The shotgun mic, and finally, I was going to mention here the scene file. You have a scene file wheel like it's in the older HPX cameras that has all the presets that you can get in there and tweak and adjust yourself. So we haven't had time to cover everything, but overall, this is a fabulous camera for what you get. Especially if you're wanting to step up to that bigger camera, consider the HPX370. Performs great in low light, and it comes ready to go. Comes with the viewfinder, comes with the lens. You don't have to add those on. You buy the camera and it's ready to go. Just put a battery on there, P2 card, and you're ready to shoot. So if you have any other questions and want to learn more about the HPX370, give us a call here at Take One Film and Video at 1-877-81-TAKE-1. You can also email us at mail@takeone.tv. Well, thanks for your time today, and we hope to see you back here again soon.